I know it's hard to do this.
So welcome to the Cure meeting.
Thank you.
We are here to cure things. That's what this meeting is about, curing stuff. For ourselves, other people, and the world, the planet in general. You know, Franny was saying if you want to manifest, just do a good job, and you will manifest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I got all my work in New York by word of mouth. Was did a good job and didn't worry about it. People came to me and asked me to work for that. Who do you have, Barb, there?
Oh, I have Kate and Michael here again. I met Nancy. Say hi. I don't want it dark against the lights. Let's look at a different way. Because we got a piano. See? Can you see the piano?
No.
With a nice appearance and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Michael.
Hi.
Do I
Well,
know?
once again,
Do I
have to
know
mention
you?
that this is being filmed, so if that's objectionable to anybody, they should say so now.
You won't do anything that we wouldn't want on the 6 o'clock news.
That's right.
Has that before?
Oh, I have my camera on.
I think there are more things that I wouldn't mind being on the 6 o'clock news. Very few things.
Live in infamy.
Look at all, people get famous for all that crap, so.
I was just asking Michael. Michael, have we met before? Do I know you?
Hi. Yeah, Fire. We're friends on Facebook.
Now, could I say?
Michael Cade at CABADZ. I've been brought
Michael, okay, sorry.
He's one of my oldest friends here. You know, he was one of the guys that helped me make that very, very first video.
Sorry. When Barb said her friend Michael was coming out, it was like I thought it was some new person who I didn't,
He knows other good.
no problem at all.
who I never met or whatever. It's just too funny.
Michael is I think it's one of the, if that's not the most, in the top 5 most common male names.
Oh, really? Oh, God.
But I do have something interesting to report at some point when
Oh yeah, we
it's
have.
appropriate. Barb and I we discovered something in the last couple of days. We spent some time together. I think we cured a few things, and so if and when there's time, I'll be happy to volunteer with that was.
Oh, I was wondering if anybody wanted to share, so go ahead now. I'd like to hear.
Okay, so yesterday morning, Barb was kind of depressed. I called her and I said, "What are you doing?" And she said, I don't know. And I was really persistent, and I said, "Come on, Barb, let's get together." And I finally got her to come over to my house, and it turned out that we were both in the same emotional space, which was that we were putting, as in the landmark forum, they say we were putting our past into our future, and we were both feeling like because of what happened yesterday, the day before, that what's the point of even getting together and doing anything today, because our future was all screwed up. And we were both in the same place until we talked a lot about that yesterday, and we realized that it's a big mistake to assume that because of what happened yesterday, the day before. In my case, it was I lost my job, and had a big falling out with my employer, and Barb's case, I forgot.
Yeah, absolutely
You
right.
can describe your thing yourself, but we each had things that just happened to us, which made us feel like our future was messed up. And so I said to Barb, I took the opportunity to be the inspiration yesterday. I said to Barb, that's in a landmark forum, they do this demo where they take a bunch of chairs and they put them behind you, then they take a couple of the chairs behind you and put it in front of you, and they talk about how that's your doing. If you want to put that chair that's from behind you and put it in front of you and block yourself as you're doing. So I said, Barb, let's do a ritual today. Let's take these chairs that are in front of us and get them out of the way, and so our future's clear. And so we spent the afternoon talking about that and doing that, and then we did a symbolic ritual, and I have this beautiful garden, which my girlfriend Kate is right here, and I made. She's maintaining it. And it's a garden in the desert. Here we are in a dry climate where you have to water things like crazy to get it to grow, but we've done it, and we have this lush garden with flowers and vegetables.
Wow.
And some of them we have sunflowers, and are they sunflowers as high as our heads.
Wow.
And we went tomatoes as high as our heads. So Barbara and I went into this lush garden, and we did a ritual, which was it was a hot day. We hosed ourselves down with a hose 3 times, and we said we're washing yesterday off. And
It was kind of like Greg's thing when he did that thing when he ran to the sign and back. Remember that day, Greg, when you said I'm going to run to the corner, by the time I'm done at the corner, all my immune dysfunction will work out. Yeah.
And we did it again today. I mean, we're going to do it again tomorrow 3 times.
I went on like the longest bike ride I've been on forever.
We're on a bike ride, and we just totally turned everything around from...
So it helps,
we got rid of the past stuff, and now we have I feel a clean future.
Yeah, we removed our tendency to like dwell too much on the past.
Right.
And to like...
Right. We removed...
create negative scenarios based on the past.
Okay.
Well,
That was the big thing that Barbara and I did together, and I wanted to report that.
now you know why I've been taking 2 showers a day for years.
Yeah, showers help.
There's an amazing way that water purifies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because water cleans your etheric body. You know, your aura.
Water clears your aura. Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, total.
That's what we felt. Because at first we were doing all this clearing, sitting up in the sun, and we could feel it just coming out of the sun once we got it.
Right.
It's also the intuition, like we've got to clear our aura with the
We
water.
sweated in the sun.
Yeah.
We laid out the
We did all our work. We did all our
sweated.
work.
We sweated, then we washed it off in the garden.
Yeah.
And we had this transformation. We're gonna do it one more time tomorrow. Like 3 is a magic number for us. Like 3 washings, 3 days, right, Bart?
Okay, that's
Right.
right. I usually don't do rituals. It's 3 times. We're doing 3 sessions for clearing ourselves. Yeah, so that seems to do the trick. Definitely having my auric body, my etheric body clear, just at least remind me that there was another rare being, because I was really stuck in something. I go to this later here.
You know what I've noticed when I put cold water over myself for the first time,
Yeah.
I can feel like these shafts of like colored energy coming out of parts of my body. And
Yeah.
you know, as I keep doing it, that all dissipates and I just go flat, and that's the way you want to be. You don't want to have all that stuff there. So
Yeah, we didn't feel too high or too low in the road. I just felt later.
Michael, where did you get the idea to use water to do this?
It's something that I do myself quite a bit, and not quite in the same context, but I do it quite a bit. I've got a hot day in my yard, and it really has that kind of cleansing, refreshing, renewing quality, and so I called upon that when Barb and I were in the situation. I remembered that, and I said, let's do that again.
Michael's also trained in Watsu, which is where he works underwater with people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So water is always is a healing medium for me, and so I use that even when I'm not at a place where there's a pool where I do Watsu. I even use a hose to create the same healing effect of water.
Well, this is very good. It seems as though you've accomplished quite a bit.
I would
I
say.
think so. And there's a part of the power of what we accomplished was that the two of us did it together. We had this parallel experience,
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
there's the support of the other person. So I feel supported by Barb.
Yeah. And then it was interesting, we went off and had like a really good day where we kept manifesting people and things seemed to go our way more. Yesterday and then today again, I felt refreshed.
So, when you called me this afternoon,
That was before it.
or you did that afterwards?
Yeah, it's also something pretty basic. I mean, I just have to keep disciplining myself. I exercise a little bit every day, but when I rode my bike to Bikel's house today, like that's a ride. It was a good ride. I mean, I was a different person just when I got there. Then we started working on things again and removing things and seeing things about these situations, ways we can see it differently. And then by that time we were like, oh my God, we gotta do the water thing again. But
Well, I'm glad to hear that you did this. I'm glad to hear that you did this, Barb, because you sound a lot more excited than you did, the last few days.
yeah.
This is another part of it, which is that I think that sometimes Barb gets down on herself, and I happen to hold Barb in really high esteem, and so when Barb gets down on herself, I don't mind at all, like reminding her of what was great about her. Like, for example, like she's my only friend that if she come out, I always talked about this, I don't know if I had with you guys, but this is like, to me, this is like Barb, this tells it all about Barb. Like in my refrigerator, if I have like some popsicle, some burger, some cereal, some chocolate bars, and then a bottle of carrot juice, Barb comes over, she goes straight for the carrot juice. And that is, I think that, I hold her in such high esteem because Barb is of the earth, she likes natural things, and she loves juice, and carrot juice, and plants, and water, and gardens, and so it was perfect that we just went out to the garden and washed ourselves clean amongst the flowers. Barb appreciates that, and so I love Barb enough that if she's down on herself, I don't mind reminding her what makes her great.
Oh, that's cool. Thank you.
Good.
It's really nice. That's true. That is true. I test, when I'm feeling those ways, I always test who to hang out with, and I don't, like lots of people, I just don't want to, and you're the person that seems to always, just what you said, you seem to always take me back to where I forgot what I forgot about myself.
And you do the same thing.
No, I know, that is true. That is true, we do.
Great.
Yeah. Lucky.
You are true allies.
That is true.
I think we are.
Yeah. Remember one time at Seder, like you said, I was at one of Rick's kids, that's one of the things that's in that family. We're true friends and allies, that's true. We tested that once a long time ago. Remember at one of the Seders? There was I go to the Seders celebrations at their house sometimes, and they do a very traditional thing sometimes, and I'm not really Jewish, but I'm kind of an honorary guest. And because I like these. I know. And then there's this like little thing that you read, and like there's like the first kind of guy, the second kind of guy, and the third kind of person, and I can't remember what it is. And then Michael goes, I think this one is Barb. It was like this one person that's just like your friend, like just for no reason, just because they love you and they admire you or they're aligned with you on a mission. But yeah, I'm lucky. Michael's one of my oldest friends, and Kate's from Wisconsin, coincidentally, which is always neat how I always pull Wisconsin energy in.
Well, do you think Barb, do you think that Franny succeeded in helping you when she was talking to you?
Yeah, I think she did just enough to kind of push me to the next level or make myself choose it, on my own.
I'm so glad that you did, Barb. So glad.
Yes. Well, yeah. I spoke with Jamie a few minutes earlier too, and I had these ideas that I was doing so bad. She said, well, I don't know what's going on, but you sound fine. She said, you sound good. So it's just learning. I think at this point in our lives, we're just taking all these things and taking it to a higher level. There's no use feeling bad about ourselves. And we had this friend visiting, or Kate had a friend named Sally Riggs. I think she's some of your friends on Facebook too.
Uh-huh.
She's like this interesting woman. She lives in Palm Springs, and she's kind of wealthy and fun. And California. And Kate used to work for her as a organic chef. Kate's a professional chef, and And she always like, kind of gives little nudges towards, she's very supportive on Facebook and the cheer drive and everything. Why was I mentioning her? Oh, just that we seem to like track these people that I think there's a lot of like 100th monkey things happening right now. Like more people know how to help each other and what to say or what's real and what's not. Like it's not, they live in the past, like you said. It's just not the way it is. So kind of we're helping each other break old habits. Everybody's, sick enough of not having the results. Like none of my friends here, including me, are like deathly ill. I mean, some people still get viral outbreaks and so forth, but we're mostly working on our relationships and our, just our lives and what to do with ourselves that's productive.
Well is not only physical.
True. So,
Test if you cured anything, and how many things. However you conceptualize.
the last few days, I probably cured
Yeah.
a couple of things. I cured 1 or 2 or 3 big things and maybe a couple of strengths. And that was just one of the reasons I stayed in it so long, because I knew this was a pattern in my life, so I wanted to get underneath it all. And it's the art of Michael, I don't know, I mean, the success that you cured.
I feel like I cured probably like 3 or 4 big things.
Yeah.
And a lot of little things.
Yeah, because those
3 or 4
things,
big
that's
biggest one being not letting my past weigh me down and seeing change as a new beginning rather than as a screwed up end of something.
Yeah.
That was the biggest one. But then we also did a cure about our bodies. Because we heard you had a cure because you thought you couldn't make it up the hill on your bicycle.
I wasn't even up.
I told you not to talk.
I was like not even halfway there. I was like not even a third way there, so I don't fucking do this.
And I just said, that's what you're doing. You did.
It's true, I did. And it was fun. It was like I even had energy left over in the back. Like after it was over. I kept thinking about those things where they say you use like 5% of your mind, probably use like 5% of your strength too. But and plus we're at altitude here, so we were saying, boy, when we're in California or Wisconsin or someplace, we're in really good shape. Florida, there's hardly any oxygen up here.
Yeah.
I know it's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I will share. Before we say our first prayers, I have something to tell you all.
Oh, good.
It's just something I learned. Yesterday, when I was taking a shower, Sunday morning, Franny came into early afternoon. Franny came in and she said, Greg called and he said that a producer from the Dr. Oz show called and asked if there was somebody in New York who could come over there tomorrow to be... Do you hear an echo?
Yeah, that's in Barb's.
Sorry. Okay, we can hear you. Wow, that's amazing.
To be in, there and, talk about how you cure herpes. Because they're having a show on Cold Source. And Greg couldn't think of anybody, so he called Franny, told her about it, who then called me, told me about it, what came into the bathroom. And I told her to tell Greg to, just to text me this woman's number so I could call her. And after I came out and I put on my cream and I got my food and I did a few things for myself and got myself settled down, I went and also Franny and I had this long conversation about some other thing. And then after all that happened, I went out to the pool deck and sat down in my comfy chair and I called this woman, her name's Sasha. So she's a girl, really. She's like, you know, probably in her early 20s, and she's very sweet, nice person, very personable, you know, and also good head on her shoulders. She was a lot like a lot of the students we used to have in New York back when we did our courses there. And she was so excited to hear from me. She said, "Oh, you called me?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, you know, I said, "Do you know me?" And she said, "Oh yeah, I saw your movie," you know. So she loved my movie, and that's why she invited us, because she saw my movie. And so she wanted to have, you know, the Cure show, you know, represented in the thing about herpes. And so she said, "Do you know anybody?" And I said, "Well, the thing is," I said, "we probably have a few hundred people in the New York area who have cured their herpes like this, but, you know," and I said, "some of them are probably very nice-looking women who'd be great in your studio audience. The only thing is, people with herpes don't like telling people that they have it or have cured it or about it or anything." And, you know, I said, "If you've ever wondered why this didn't spread like a brush fire, it's been around for 20 years, you know. And that's why, because they don't tell anybody. They may cure it, but they don't tell anybody. Because they're just, they never get over their fear. They're always frightened." And so we were chattering away a bit more, you know, and I said to her, "Well, you know, you have like," I said, "we should talk again." I said, "I know you better go, because you got to get people in that." I mean, it's Sunday and she's in the office working, so
Yeah.
I figured, like, hey, you know, I give her a break. So I said, "Let's talk," and, you know, we got off the phone. But what I learned from this, you know, interaction, I learned something about manifesting, and that when we get an ally, or when we get, you know, when we get a break, or whatever you want to call it, that it isn't going to be anything that we work hard for. You know, I mean, arguably you could say, well, I worked hard making my movie, but I didn't really. I liked making them, and I enjoyed making whichever movie it was. I'm sure I enjoyed making it, and it really didn't feel like work. It felt like what I'm supposed to be doing. It felt like fun. And that was really all I had to do, and then there she was, you know, and, you know, she was ready to take care of everything. She didn't need me to do a thing, you know. I mean, if I had somebody, they could just show up, you know, and sit in the front row and talk to Dr. Oz on, you know, on network television. So that was what I learned, that, you know, when the way to recognize what I'm looking for is just look, you know, I'm just, you know, going to say this again, is look for somebody who's attracting me, like she was attracting me. You know, she had made herself like she was a very likable, personable person, like really friendly and enthusiastic about what I was doing, and just like in a totally positive mode about it all. And that's attractive. You know, she was attracting me. She made me like her. And she made me feel like talking to her again. So that's, you know, that's what we're, you know, that's the person that we're looking, the people that we're looking for, who are not necessarily all allies. Some of them are, you know, supporters, and some of them are just simply people who we can help. But if somebody is going to get our help, they have to make us like them. Like, you know, Greg, you remember Chris from last week?
Yes.
Well, I just got another call from him today. He said, "I called you, you know, I talked to you last week, and please call me again." And so there's an example of somebody who I would say that Chris is like that. He made us like him. I came away from the call liking him.
Yeah.
And happy that I talked to him, because he succeeded and he appreciated what we gave him, and he was, you know, he didn't have to have any money to get a, you know, a membership because he's 16 and he's broke probably and whatever. But that's okay because he was enthusiastic and positive and successful, and he was fun to be with. So, you know, I feel like calling him back. It's that simple.
Well, I'm so glad you learned this, Bob.
Yeah. And the other thing is I actually, but I even made a strategy point out of what you said, because you were saying, I put this in the outline, what I turned it into was that the law of attraction kicks in when you do a good job. That's how you manifest. You simply do a good job and then let what comes to you come to you. And then you still have to recognize, you know, the things that are useful, you know, and be able to tell those from the distractions and the, you know, the things that are, you know, potentially harmful or damaging or just time wasting.
Yeah.
You know, but you just, you know, you do a good job and you let in what comes. And one of the reasons I created an outline is that we've been doing a lot of the things on the outline with people. But the problem is we haven't been doing everything. And we haven't even been doing the things that we do all with the same person. And so basically we haven't been doing a good job. I have not been doing a good job. This is what I had to face, you know. Like I've been reading this book on change, which I already read, so I'm just sort of brushing up on it. And one of the things that he says, the author says, that, you know, these guys are social scientists, so they studied how things change. And then they used their researches and other people's research too to write a book. And he was saying that there's two things that people have to do when they change. And one of them is they have to assess what's wrong with them. And the other is that they have to go after something positive that's not wrong with them. And you can see this in the treatment of addiction, because an addict first has to say, you know, I'm an addict. He has to say that this is like I'm killing myself. I'm an addict, and this is killing me. And then the second thing is most addicts do not recover. The ones that recover because they have something in their life that they love and care about, and they go after it. And they put their addictive drive into that. And that's why they recover. So they also have to go after something positive. And with that as my share, Barb, would you like to do the prayer, the continuous cleansing prayer? Yeah, we'll start out with that one.
This is the prayer we do every day, all the time. You look for a signal on these statements, then you're doing them. It's that kind of prayer, things that you do and not that you say. Okay, here we go. All my bodies are free of pathology. Yes.
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 All my bodies are free of immune dysfunction. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All my bodies are full function.
Yes.
Yes.
I install all necessary immunological shields.
Yes.
Yes.
All my connectors to God, all my God connectors are in.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm installing the reflex to give love and empowerment.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm merging my results bodies with, and then you just choose some people. Oh, wait, I skipped one. I'm attracting warm, happy feelings in others.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Now I'm merging, choose some people in your life, and you don't have to know what these results bodies are, but they include the affair and some others. I'm merging my results bodies now with, and I put some people in there, and I'm removing and installing the right factors.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm on the best side of my highest possible dimension.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm now removing all tendencies in the world to solve problems with violence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do it, you've got to do it. You can't like it, you have to do it. Not about liking it or not, it's about do it. Okay, you're doing it now. I know,
Yes.
you've got to remove the fancy and everybody else, well, all day long. Okay, I'm removing all disturbances from the emotional bodies of everyone in the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
These are good things to do instead of worrying, because they're active. You know. I'm protecting myself and my people from incipient catastrophes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm realizing the loving, world-shaping, and God-given intentions I've carried from life to life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm causing my career and the careers of the people I love to be what God intends.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm attracting increased capacity in myself and my group to accept power infusion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
My particle attributes are in balance and at full strength to succeed at God's work.
Yeah.
Yes.
All my bodies are in God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
All my bodies are one rainbow.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm free.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm now as happy as I've ever been.
Yeah.
In a weird way, yes. Okay, that's it.
Yes.
That concludes the continuous quantum prayers.
Good.
Good and good.
Well, tomorrow we're having a topic class about karma
Oh,
connection. What, Greg?
I was like, yeah, that's right. I
Oh yeah, Tuesday.
was planning my day tomorrow, and I have it written down. And I saw it earlier, but I was thinking, I'm leaving on Wednesday to come.
You know what I've been doing? I put notes on my smartphone about all these things, and then I put reminders. So,
Yes, I've been doing that too. I started doing that. In fact, one of them went off when I was in the dollar store. It was like, wall, wall. I was like, what is that? You know, my alarm for the thing.
God.
So that was an alarm. I mean, how does the reminder come up?
So yeah.
Well, mine doesn't come up quite as dramatically as Franny's. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. I've been putting, I've been putting reminders in, about these things so that, and then I put a reminder that goes off the day before and 3 hours before and so on. So, kind of keeps me focused. Anyway, what I wanted to say about it is that, you know, like it's sort of like what Barb was talking about before. Topic class. You know, Barb was saying that these classes are, I mean, that she was saying that the people in Santa Fe don't get sick, right, Barb?
I'd say most of my close circle of friends is kind of, whether it was intentionally or not, picked up or, you know, just don't really have basic sick. So I don't know, Rob, I mean, I don't think Robbie would mind me saying this. He had a little scare a couple weeks ago. He had cancer, actually, and they were able to remove it. And, you know, Kate, like some of my friends have had, you know, challenges with viruses, but they usually kind of come out of it. We're not like Michael's cured colds and flus eventually after, you know, and most of my people.
Well, according to, I mean, from what I can see of Michael, he does, you know, cure things, and so obviously he's probably going to cure colds and viruses.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, I've cured bigger things than that.
I remember that time
I
you
don't like to talk about it.
cured some pretty big things. Just by learning, I remember when you first learned how to connect. I remember you were working on that thing in your heart. Yeah.
Thank you.
So I would say that's true. Like Maury.
So basically what people like that need to like work on is karmic connection.
Karma connections, yeah.
Because that's
How it was, well, that's what we're doing too.
like like blowing a karmic connection destroys you. Maybe it doesn't give you cancer or any kind of physical illness, but it destroys you.
Yeah, you miss opportunities.
It wrecks you.
Well, the problem that I have is that I have problems with my karmic connections. So that wants to cause physical ailment, and I'm really good at curing the physical ailment, but I'm hitting it from the wrong side because I'm allowing the physical ailment to gnaw at me. Then I'm getting really good at fending it off by curing it, but they keep coming at me because of the bad karmic connection. So it's like I'm treating the symptom, not the source. See, so the source is there's things in my life that are causing me to start to get sick, and I've gotten really good at curing the sickness, but not at the thing that's causing it originally. Does that make any sense?
Well, are you a member of the college?
We have an iCollege here.
No.
Well, I would suggest that you join. And then you will be given, when you're a member, you'll be able to access lessons that will help you get at the source, or will not just help you, but they will just get you to the source. You know, let me give you an example. I mean, let me get my smartphone over here, and I'll just go. Oh, let's see. Tomorrow's class is actually, as somebody was remarking, it's an unusual class because it's on an entire skill, and I was thinking, well, you know, okay, maybe I should, you know, like make it about one of the things, but you know, frankly, you can't do that because it's, you know, karmic connection is really, like the name of this skill, for example, is remove the veil. And the veil, as it's talked about in Hindu mysticism, is what connects us, with what disconnects or connects us with, you know, the things that we record but forget, like where we were 1,000 years ago. Like this is skill 6. The name of the skill is remove the veil. And this all started with, there's a lot of talks about this. One of the talks is how karma works, your karmic backlog. I would suggest, Greg, that you listen to some of these, and Barb, you too, for the class tomorrow. There's another one called Angels into Demons and Vice Versa. And there's a talk called The Veil. And actually what I did was I just, went into the skill itself. These are the talks for the skill, but I went into the skill. And some of the things in the skill are go codes, filters, how to recognize and counter certain types of alien influence, impairments, lower dimensional impairments, upper dimensional impairments and disabilities, part 2, alien irradiation incidents, karmic upgrade and downgrade, neurological grooves, pacts. You get the idea. So what we're going to do in the class tomorrow is just, focus on a couple of things. We can't do this whole skill, but we can do a couple of things, and we can learn how we have been managing our karmic connections. Because Barb, see, back long ago, I used to say that when you were created, you were part of an atomic shell that, had a certain purpose. And Barb was saying, you should do a class on shells. The thing is, shells don't really matter because atoms combine to make elements and all kinds of other things. So the way the universe is structured is that bondable people bond with other bondable people. And then people who are not bondable interfere and cause trouble with that. And sometimes people who are bondable interfere and cause trouble with that. So we need to the most important thing in maintaining karmic connection is assessing viability. It's assessing my viability and the viability of other people. And creating viable connections and avoiding entanglements that are not viable. I was thinking just about your friendship, Michael and Barb, and I've thought about your friendship before. And Michael, I did not forget you. I absolutely always feel like I'm in touch with you and I know who you are and so on, even though we don't talk much. And, Michael is one of these people, Barb, who you've bonded with, who is viable and really helps you. He's always giving you help and perspective and support. And you do the same for him. And you're sort of you stay in each other's lives, and you try to help each other work through things, and you may not really know what to do or what you're supposed to be doing, so that can be a problem, but as best you can, you help each other get through life. It's like having an extended family, somebody who is there and cares about you. And I've had quite a few people like that throughout my life. All my life, from the time I was very small, I've had people like that. I really didn't appreciate them enough a lot of the time. And some of them I'm still in touch with, and I really try to express my appreciation of them now in ways that I wasn't able to when I originally knew them. So, anyway, that's just a little preview of the class, that we're having tomorrow. And, the more you look at this and maybe get into one of these lessons, like there's one on spells and one on pretenses, truths that mask other truths, virtual realities, what this looks like in nature. The whole life clearing is in this skill. And, you know, so anything that, you know, you can get into will, you know, in the morning will put you in the mood for the class. And I suggest that you do something, you know, especially tomorrow morning before the class, you know, just spend an hour doing something, or, you know, or 10 minutes, 5 minutes, just to kind of shift your head and your focus and, you know, make it, you know, absorb a little of it before you're there, because, you know, I think it's like buying our own, or better yet, growing our own food. You know, when you grow your own tomatoes, you start digesting them before you ever bite into one. You know, the growing of the thing helps you assimilate the tomato.
True.
That's right. You know, and Greg grew some amazing tomatoes, by the way. I was curious, Michael, do you compost your tomatoes?
We gotta ask Kate, my partner, she's the one that handles it.
Oh, do you compost, Kate?
I'm sorry, I don't. Our house sitter freaked out when she saw that I was composting, and she said I have giant rats in the yard.
Ah.
There are no rats, but she exaggerated. What we have are pocket squirrels, but she claimed that what's happening is the compost is feeding the wildlife.
So you mean you're just planting those in that kind of reddish dirt there in Santa Fe, and they grow?
No. Oh no. I grew. I'm not really growing food. I'm growing soil. Which
right.
She took the soil and really treated it well.
Yeah, I worked really hard for a couple of years making great soil. 3 years.
Well, we had great soil in our vegetable garden, and we had tomatoes that were like 9 feet high. They were amazing.
Well, she explained about those today when I was out there. That picture is great.
It looks like when you go into where my tomatoes are, it's like going into a tunnel.
Right.
You walk up.
That's what we had. That's right. It's so wonderful.
Yeah,
the smell is unbelievable.
I did a lot of canning.
Oh boy. Well, wait, let's say the gravitational strengthening prayer.
Okay.
Barb, you're on mute.
You went quiet there, Barb.
Barb.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
I'm doing the gravitation. Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
When I get my signals, it's gravitational strengthening, the chi, tracks chi. I'm accepting God's wisdom.
Yeah.
Yes.
I track grace.
Yeah.
I track guides and guidance.
Yeah.
I attract knowingness and wisdom.
Yeah.
Yes.
I attract the experiences I need so I can learn what I need to learn through God's Word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I've installed discrimination between people that win and ones that don't. I've installed a reflex to drop the ones that don't win, even when I'm succeeding with them. And I've installed a reflex to do the ones that do win, even when I'm not the beginner with them.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, the win thing has like multiple meanings in this thing, because it means that the person will win for themselves. It also means that they'll win for you. And so you can see that it is possible to succeed with someone who still won't win for you. Just like it's possible for somebody to succeed at, you know, testing and curing, but they still don't cure the thing that they need to cure or wanted to cure when they started.
Yeah, that's good. I can think of an example of that in my life. Okay, I've installed discrimination between activities and locations that link and ones that don't. And I've installed a reflex to drop the activities and locations that don't win, even if I'm succeeding with them, and install a reflex to do the ones that do win, even when I'm a beginner.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's me going to Albuquerque tomorrow. Okay, I'm installing a reflex to dwell on solutions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I fulfill the hopes of my parents and ancestors.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am merging my results bodies and then pick at least 6 of your parents and ancestors and connect with people living or dead and
Yes.
remove and install the right factors. Which basically means remove disturbances and there's none.
Okay.
I'm doing these prayers for my family, loved ones, and soulmates, as well as for myself.
Yeah.
I attract money and other wealth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I get my signal, I attract tools to fulfill my mission.
Yeah.
Yes.
I attract technologies to fulfill my mission.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Attract respect.
Yeah.
I attract cures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I attract fame.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I attract health, wellness, and longevity.
Yeah.
Yes.
I attract remedies and antidotes to dysfunction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I attract faith.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I attract gratitude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I attract fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Certainly, I'm after this. And now I love and fill the blank. I love and name a person unconditionally. I love and believe unconditionally.
Yeah.
Yes.
My favorite, I attract the love of my life.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is love of life. I let in love and nurturing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I attract my children and students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I attract astute and committed immuners.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I attract powerful and benevolent allies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I attract people who appreciate and support me in my mission.
Yeah.
attract people who will connect me to the people I need to talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now another fill in the blank. I attract, and then think of some people. I attract some people.
Yes.
I believe that you will attract them. I attract forgiveness.
Yeah.
And finally, in the last 5 minutes, in the last 5 minutes, I've become a bigger person.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take this every 5 minutes. Mr. Speedy is open. In the last 5 minutes, I've become a bigger person. I attract worldwide awareness and use of the meanings.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm leaving behind everything that slows me down.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want nothing.
You know, I wanted to say, you know, it really does take a huge amount of discipline to leave behind things that slow us down. And I look around me and I notice, you know, like a real lack of discipline in just about everybody, including myself, actually. It's just it can be very difficult to leave something behind that's slowing me down. So, but I work at it every day. I really try to apply this one.
Okay, and the last one is I've done enough amino cell myself today to create a critical mass. If you don't get a signal right away, just take yourself there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that is the end of the gravitational strengthening work.
Well, who would like to
Amen.
say something
For Jewish
now?
No, I don't believe in religion.
I know. Nothing to believe in, you just practice. Okay.
I say again, would anyone before the meeting ends, which it will soon, would anyone like to, say something further?
Just say that out loud. Let's see. I have nothing to say. You got anything to say, Nancy, for yourself? Nancy's got nothing to say for herself.
I just thought to say.
She has something to say. Come say it then.
Tommy, hard girl.
The best time. Unfiltered. What comes out of your
What's going
mouth?
on, Nancy? What do you have?
Beer, but wait, God knows I'm unfiltered.
Beware, it's not, you're on camera and the whole world.
What can I have to say?
Got any cures lately, Nancy?
Any what?
Cures to report?
Hi.
Hi there, Nancy.
Hi.
Yeah. Do I have anything to cure? Is this crazy Chicago? Well, I think curing paranoia is a big thing. Cleared a few things. Of course, nothing like communication to make that happen. Trying to more deal with how to be a preventative person and trying to clean up my vibration so that I can think the happier feeling thoughts at a drop of a hat or be automatically thinking happier thinking feeling thoughts to promote what I want in my universe. And that's happening music-wise and in your higher body forward. Yeah. I think so. And I can see myself on camera there, looking good. And tearing my hair with a quick clip. Weird hair looking bad. Weird hair looking really bad. Too bad.
beneficiary of this because you might not see this, but I'm giving the best foot rub. Feet were she wanted to sit where my feet were, so she decided to rub them. And then
I hope I'm not doing this too hard.
oh, too hard? Are you kidding me?
How are you doing? I'm sorry, this is maybe an official meeting and I should be praying instead of.
Oh, we are.
So free.
Well, I'm doing pretty good. Have you been around for the whole meeting? Did you hear the other stuff we said?
No, I was on the phone.
Or you just came
I
in?
was your meeting about Barcelona.
Well, I wanted to ask you if you would like to join Barb and I one day to talk and, you know, like, you know, I'd like to make a movie with you. You know, I film my screen, you know, like you're on my screen now and I'm filming you. So I was thinking, you know, if you're around, because Barb is still in your office, right? So
Yeah.
if you could.
This very moment, as we speak, I'm right there.
So if you could come in like at 10, we could get together and, or 10:15, you know, we could get together for like 45 minutes. Would you like to do that one day?
Yes, I would. I'd love to, Byron. I miss you and I miss our information transforming conversation.
Yeah, well, that would be what we'd have is one of those conversations. So let's see, let's see, a good day for me is like Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday.
Well, you know, Constantine and Rob leave tomorrow or Wednesday, and then I'm free to kind of drive myself to do whatever I want.
So maybe,
But
uh,
it's tricky if it's not Wednesday. Thursday. I think Thursday would work.
well, see, the thing is, Thursday's my shopping day, so I can't meet on Thursday.
Saturday's my camping day.
Yeah, you know why I shop on Thursday? Because there's food. There's a lot of good stuff. You know, I always shop at wholesalers, and they have the best stuff on Thursday. And also,
Sometimes if my daughter and husband leave on tomorrow, like they're supposed to, Wednesday would be fine. So why don't we just pencil it in Wednesday, but we won't go crazy.
well, this Wednesday I got a doctor's appointment. How about Saturday?
It's on Saturday, but Wednesday sounds like it might. No, I don't think I can on Saturday.
Sunday? How about Monday? Like in a week?
Keep her out, but basically I'll pencil anything in.
Okay, because I'm having one of my I'm having one of my rare visits to the dentist on Wednesday. I'd love to do it Wednesday, but I'm going to be there that's when my appointment is at noon. So.
Lucky you.
No, really.
Yeah.
Of course, I'll have to just take Cookie 10 for a dental work.
Well, I don't need any dental work, but what I have like a mouth guard, and it has to be smoothed out. I've been using it for 3 years, and so it has to be like, you know, sort of revitalized. So that's what I'm going in, and he's going to work on my mouth guard and, you know, and reseat it.
Well, looks like it might have to be Monday or Tuesday then, or Wednesday again.
It's not a rush. We'll do it soon. I penciled it in for, you can't do it Wednesday, so maybe Saturday.
She'll stay looking good between now and then.
Hey, Nancy, do me a favor. Just call my number right now, okay? And then I'll have your number on my phone.
Barb's in charge of my number, okay?
All right. All right. So Barb, you'll give me Nancy's number, and
I'll change
text.
your numbers later, make sure you have it.
I'll text both
Barb
of you.
has my contact. And I've got to go.
All right,
I'm heading down.
Barb.
Bye.
Hey, Barb. Just text her number to me, okay?
Sure, I will. Okay.
All right, and then I'll have it on my phone, so I can because I'll send you both a reminder. What did we say we were going to do it on Monday?
She says
And
Monday was
fill it
a
in.
hard plan, but Monday possibly, yeah.
Okay.
Michael says the plan, so you can hardly plan more than a day ahead.
Well,
In the moment,
then-
so
you know, then-
it's going to be a Monday.
Then probably I should, you know,
What's Monday?
I should
Who's in here now?
reissue my order on Saturday.
Okay, that's what you're saying.
Well, you know what I'm doing right now? I'm making another one of those nice little those nice little notes on my, see, because I have my little automated calendar here, ta-da, ta-da.
Ta-da.
So see, I'm putting a new event. Nancy Barb.
The Nancy Barb Show.
And you know what? This is so nice because this little thing, it actually, you know, I can just use my voice to do it. It's going to be at 12:15. You know, by the way, we never actually heard from Linda. How have you been doing?
Well, I don't want to interrupt anybody. I had a much better week last week than I'm having right now. I just wanted to make a comment about the video posted on the Cure Drive about the herpes with the Asian physician. She was talking about herpes 1 and 2. And you know which one I'm talking about?
No. An Asian physician.
It was posted on Facebook.
One of her videos?
Yeah, it was from Cure Drive, and it was an Asian physician. She was a female, and it was more like an educational and probably great for
I saw that one.
kids who, you know, for prevention. But she just kept saying, you know, that it's incurable. You're gonna have it for the rest of your life, and all that kind of stuff. And it's like stuck in my head. And then I started testing, and I'm always removing it from my spiral body, right? And
Right.
I went into my emotional body, and I got very, very big signals after I saw that
Wow.
movie. It was very brief, but it was very powerful. And, you know, the next thing you know, I'm starting to get symptoms last night, you know, and I keep removing it. It keeps coming right back. You know,
Right.
so it's in the emotional, mental, a little bit in the spiral, you know, because I'm always taking it out of there, and the celestial. So, you know, so it's been a struggle since last night for me to remove all these things. I keep doing it, and I'm installing the immunological shield, and that, you know, the necessary ones. But it's so I'm wondering if this whole thing just triggered something in me watching this video and listening to this doctor.
Well, you know what you were saying about not wanting to show your face on YouTube?
Yeah.
Well, actually, like if you notice, you're not showing your face to us.
Right, I know. Because I hesitate being on YouTube, I do. And when I was on vacation, you sent me a video about, you said, here's something for you to do while you're on vacation. And I listened to it about goals. It was something on goals.
Right.
And you said that you're going to start announcing to people that, you know, this is going to be, you know, recorded. And then if they don't want to be on YouTube, just turn their camera off. So that's what I did. Because in the beginning, I didn't realize it. And one day I saw my face on Facebook.
I don't know, like, see, I don't know if Franny actually is making this announcement in a very skilled way, because when you are afraid, you're right away compromising your immunity in several bodies, like your emotional, your universal emotional, your etheric body, you know, I mean, probably karmic. So it's like not something you can really afford. One of the reasons that I started filming people was because I realized that it would just blow out all of the things that were making them like sick, you know, in those bodies. And another thing, anything that you can do to bond with anybody in a context of cure, you should do it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because that helps you cure this stuff. it's very hard to just go on purely removing the thing, because if you then act on some negative, emotion, it'll be right back. As you say, it's like hard to keep it out, So something to think about, because since our meeting is just about over, something to think about for the future.
Yeah, thank you.
Is being courageous.
Yeah.
But anyway, you sound good though, and you do sound like you're working hard and doing good things for yourself. And
Yeah.
you're obviously
Yeah.
very committed to yourself, and I think you're a winner. That's how you seem
So
to me.
I just wanted to bring that to your attention about this video, because it's on your Cure Drive, and it's like just the opposite of what you said, that you could get rid of this thing, and yet she's telling you you're going to have it for the rest of your life.
Well, I didn't.
It's one of ours.
It's not one of mine.
No.
What it is,
Well, I don't know who posted it. It was on.
Somebody forwarded it. I think you did, Byron. It's a medical thing that you said might be instructional for people. It was from a doctor.
Oh, you know what it was? It was exactly what she's saying. That I think what I was trying to illustrate was how this doctor makes people sick.
Well,
Okay.
gotta be-
She made me sick.
Yeah, I think she's pretty toxic.
Oh dear.
But that was what you were supposed to get out of it, You were supposed to learn that from it. That's why I put it.
It's not one of ours, it's from the doctor.
I watched it Saturday, and voila, Sunday night, I was
Worked like a charm, right?
Well,
Well, let that be a lesson to you,
Yeah, it certainly was, for sure. But just the fact that I contacted you people is a big step for me, believe me.
Yeah.
I just need, to, little by little, take a step forward.
See, in this particular thing, there are a lot of things where you can do baby steps, and over time you get better and better, and things get better, and each step helps and it counts. Unfortunately, with disease, it doesn't quite work like that. If you don't do as much as is necessary. Now, let me put it this way. This is an easy thing to understand. Let's say you go to the doctor and you have a staph infection and he gives you an antibiotic. And the antibiotic dosage isn't sufficient. And what happens is you take this antibiotic for the prescribed amount of time, but the dosage amount is too low. And not only doesn't it kill the staph infection, but the strain of staph that you're treating develops an immunity to that antibiotic. So now a normal dosage won't work. Now you have to go to a stronger antibiotic. And there's actually the true fact, there's a strain of gonorrhea that they found that somebody is lying in a hospital with, and they have no antibiotic that kills it. It's developed an immunity to everything.
Oh dear.
And but fortunately, there's only one known case.
Oh boy.
So this person, but this guy is very ill. At least this is the last time I heard about it. They couldn't kill the gonorrhea. Now, if I had gonorrhea, I would probably do a water fast, and I might be able to kill it that way. That's what I would probably do. Anyway,
Well,
it's food for thought.
Well, these viruses, I'm telling you, they're unbelievable. They're very smart.
Yep, they're very smart.
Very smart, very parasitic.
But we are bigger, and we can stomp those little buggers.
Yeah. Well, it definitely was the movie. I took it right in.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I said, what the hell is this doing on the Cure Drive?
Well, maybe you could go back to the thing and play it backwards. Just kidding.
But, what I'm going to, also, I have to make a promise to myself and tweet more. You
Yeah.
know, my symptoms, what I'm feeling, what I'm doing. And,
Actually, just tweet when you cure things. We want to hear about your cures.
yeah,
Tweet your cures. Cure it first, then tweet it. Because if
Okay.
you don't cure it first, you may never cure it. You may tweet it and never cure it.
mm,
You know, because you start telling people about it, you know. And what you want to do is tell people about how you won, how you got rid of it. So with that, let us say our last prayer, which is the Noosphere prayer, where we heal the world. And that will be our meeting for the night. Barb?
Okey-dokey.
Artichoke.
Yes. Okay, no for your prayers. Global healing prayers. Kitty will sit in. Then I get my signal. I'm raising the noosphere to the 27th dimension.
yes,
Yes.
I'm removing all pathologies from the noosphere.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm adjusting the particle indexes of the noosphere so they are in balance and in full strength.
yes,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Adjusting all the meridians of the noosphere to create a free and balanced energy flow.
Yeah.
yes,
I'm now adjusting the chakras of the noosphere to be at full function.
Yeah.
Yes.
The noosphere is unswitched and heading in God's direction.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm removing all impressions from the karmic body of the noosphere.
Yeah.
There's only favors. I'm removing terrorism from the gravitational and spiral bodies of the noosphere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm removing the tendency to use biological weapons from the gravitational and spiral bodies of the noosphere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's big. I'm merging my higher bodies with others to understand what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
I'm removing any predisposition in the noosphere toward disease.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the bodies of the noosphere are one rainbow.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm now asking the forgiveness of everyone I've ever harmed or will harm by not making the means available to them faster.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, when you get your first signal, they've heard and received your request and the result bodies, and now when you get your next signal, they have forgiven me.
Yeah.
Yes.
yes,
Doing this helps them discover this for themselves without me needing to be better in order to give it to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's the end of the noosphere prayer.
Wow. Well, this has been a wonderful meeting, and I thank you all for joining us.
thank you.